Coming up on Mountain News this morning, health officials are warning folks to stay away from floodwater and the potential diseases they bring. Plus, if you're looking for a hot meal while recovering from the flood, Walmart is partnering with Operation Barbecue to feed those in need.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. My name is Amelia Lee here with you on this February 21st. Wow, that month really flew by, and the time is 5 o'clock. It's also time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, we have had water, we've had cold, we've had snow. Do we have a break?
We do have a break. In fact, we have warming temperatures too, so there's even better news for you there. Now, this morning, you have to get through the worst of the cold temperatures, but again, more warm weather is on the way. Here's a look at the past 24 hours, how much it's changed from this time yesterday to this time right now. 11 degrees colder at this moment in Williamsburg and Somerset than this time yesterday. 14 degrees colder in Monticello. Now, as we look at those current temperatures, no surprise there because we are looking at some very cold temperatures. 3 degrees right now in Somerset, 5 degrees for Williamsburg, London, and Irvin, and 9 degrees in Jackson. So it is a cold day. Bundle up this morning. Good news is as we head into the afternoon, we will be getting 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, but we're still quite cold. We are looking at the 30s for today with the upper 20s as you're heading into Wise. Good news is we're looking nice and clear on satellite and radar, just picking up a little bit of some clutter from the radar, but not seeing snow falling in a region. Looking at those clouds just moving through in the next 12 hours. We'll have those temperatures warming up into the afternoon highs around that 3 o'clock hour, looking at partly cloudy all day long. Amelia.
All right, thank you, Megan. Well, floodwater could continue to be hazardous even after the peak of the storm. McKinley Calandrino spoke with the Breathitt County Health Department about the risks.
The dangers of floodwaters continue to rise, even after the water levels lower. The waters can carry heavy debris, leaving sharp objects astray from structures or cars that could come along with the risk of disease. Debris in floodwaters could lead to injuries that put you at risk for bacteria, like tetanus or hepatitis A. These bacteria could be spread through contaminated waters from sewage and animal waste, but there are ways to prevent this. The Breathitt County Health Department is working to make sure citizens are safe. Nurses loaded the mobile outreach unit with hepatitis A and tetanus vaccination supplies and made their way around the county. William Sizemore with the health department say they did this in 2021 after the floods, but he wants to remind folks that hepatitis A requires 2 shots.
Those that got them 2 years ago may want to come back and get their second Hep A shot, then you're good for life. So
he says if you are feeling flu-like symptoms, you may need to stay alert and get checked out by a medical professional.
Everybody knows their own body, and if you know something's not right, you know you need to get to see somebody. So
it is important to wear proper safety gear if you are helping to pick up after a flood.
You can go to your local health department for hepatitis A and tetanus vaccinations. As folks continue to deal with the aftermath of the weekend flood, local business owners are doing what they can to get by. 57 downtown Hazard businesses sustained damage after the flood, including Coal Country Candles. Shannon Gabbard co-owns the shop with her husband. She says the two of them just moved to their new location in August and did everything in their power to suffer the least amount of damage as possible.
Obviously, we knew that there was a flood warning for the area. We knew the river was going to get up, so we came in Saturday and tried to prepare. We moved things up to higher shelves, moved things that were on the floor to be prepared.
Gabbard says she expected 18 inches of water in the store, but they ended up with 34 inches of water. She says some of her candles and other products were salvageable. She and her husband continue to pick up the pieces. Emergency Disaster Services is once again in Eastern Kentucky as the community grapples with the mark of this weekend's flood left behind. Matt Daly with EDS says he's telling their crews to take things slow because of snow and ice. Knowing slow means more time until normalcy returns. Daly says it's never easy responding to disasters on familiar ground.
The job number one for us is making sure everybody gets home. Being in the backyard, essentially, in central Kentucky, is we were able to respond very quickly.
Daly says they plan to move out of their Pikeville location Friday afternoon, but that doesn't mean their work is done. With more snow on the ground, the people of Pike County are working to recover from the flood. In the Feds Creek community, East Ridge High School is serving as a hub for hope, supplying families in need with water, cleaning items, hot meals, and more. Volunteers say the entire community has been hit hard, with families cut off from the basics. So, community members, first responders, and volunteers have been using side-by-sides and other ATVs to get things to their neighbors in need.
The community working together, I mean, it just shows how strong it is here. The community, they love each other. They want to help their neighbor. And even if they don't have something or they have a surplus, they're making sure that the person beside them, they're being taken care of. They're not going to leave anyone out.
Michelle Berdine and her co-worker Cheryl Ward say without their families and the help from first responders, the outreach would not reach past the school. But together, they're helping hundreds of people. With all the bad weather the area recently experienced, there's some good news to share too. Walmart is teaming up with Operation Barbecue Relief to provide a hot meal for those in need. WYMT's Mackenzie Freeman has the story.
Due to flooding and winter storms, many Kentuckians are without a necessity many take for granted: hot meals. In Pikeville and South Williamson, Operation BBQ Relief has teamed up with Walmart to provide a free meal to those who need it the most.
They have a great partnership with us, and we get in touch with them and let them know what's going on, and then they're able to, come and help us and assist us and help our, families in need throughout the county and throughout the area.
Operation BBQ Relief started in May of 2011 after the tornado in Joplin, Missouri. Since that time, they have provided meals all throughout the country.
We focus on, again, areas that are impacted where we can just provide a hot meal, because our slogan is one hot meal that matters.
The relationship between Walmart and Operation BBQ Relief has been a collaboration that has helped thousands of people across the nation have access to a warm meal.
It's a great way for us to help the community, and Operation Barbecue has been doing that for a while now in partnership with Walmart.
Walmart is also sending truckloads of supplies down to eastern Kentucky to help those affected by the flooding. Those supplies include more than just food and water.
You're talking about, families that have lost everything. So just having a shirt on their back, having a warm meal to be able to eat, clean water to be able to drink, and then being able to have cleaning supplies to help recover.
In times where people are looking to recover, Operation BBQ Relief believes they have one of the answers to help.
We believe in that barbecue has a healing power.
As an Eastern Kentucky resident, Brad was glad to be part of an organization that helps the community that he works, sleeps, and lives in.
It just makes me feel so proud. I couldn't be prouder to work for a company that helps support our community like that.
Operation Barbecue will be at the Pikeville location for the next couple of days, possibly even weeks if need be. Whether it be rain, snow, or sleet, Americans from across the nation have gathered here in East Kentucky to help those in need. In Pikeville, Mackenzie Freeman, WYMT Mountain News.
As long as Operation Barbecue Relief is in the area, meals will continue to be provided from 11:30 to 1:30 and 5:30 until supplies last. To see when and where meals will be provided, you can go to the Operation Barbecue Relief page on Facebook. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, a new decision is allowing the firings of federal employees to continue as people around the nation lose their livelihood.
And we are getting in the mid-50s in a few days. I'll tell you when, up next.